Yo, starting today with a question. Have you ever been working on a project or a task or in a meeting, for example, where it requires a lot of kind of thought processes and you're buzzing, you're feeling good, you're performing, all your words are flowing, everything literally is, you're on fire, essentially. And then you get to a point where you crash afterwards. You feel like everything you've just done is shit. You said the wrong things, you wrote the wrong things. You're looking at what you've just produced and you think, this is fucking crap. And all of a sudden, you feel like you literally never want to work ever again. Have you ever experienced that before? Now, that's quite almost similar to what I just experienced. But obviously I know what's going on. That's the kind of thing that used to confuse me. I used to think like, what the fuck is wrong with me? It's another thing that contributed to me thinking I was bipolar. How can I absolutely be buzzing and then absolutely crash, like this intense high and this intense low? I thought, well, it has to be. There has to be something wrong with me. And then obviously as I shared this message and I talked to clients and I talked to you listening to this, I began to realise that actually it's normal. And obviously the quicker you understand we run on a survive to thrive spectrum, the quicker things like this start to make sense. So for me, just a minute ago, I feel myself approaching that point and I'm like, okay, cool, it's time for a break now. I'm going to leave that, I'm going to park that task for now, grab some lunch, etc. and then switch tasks, essentially. I'm going to be on calls in a bit. So what I mean by this is essentially all of this work requires a lot of our human brain, prefrontal cortex activity. A lot of it's the most energy hungry part of our whole body, to be honest. Your brain quite simply starts to perceive that task as a threat to survival. It starts thinking, fuck, if we continue to do this at this intensity, we will die. So quite simply, you go into survival state to get away from that thing. Just another thing that once you know what's going on, it makes sense. And you're like, oh, okay, so I'm not mental. Oh, that's why you do it. Because awareness is the first step. Once you're aware of what's going on and why it's happening, you can start to gain some control over that and stop kind of riding these emotional roller coasters. The previous me from years ago would have just kept smashing that task and then ended up in a hole, as I call it. The current me goes, okay, I recognise that, cool. Let's hydrate, let's eat, let's switch tasks, and that's cool. So then rather than up and then down, it's just you stay on the up, we stay level. Anyway, short one for you today. I hope you're good, and I haven't done any videos for a bit. I'm going to come back at you. It's because I've got something coming up for you guys in the form of a 5-day challenge where I'm actually going to take you through this and implement some of this stuff with you so you can actually get results from the stuff I talk about. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll speak to you soon.